Again, like Jesus kind of leaves this mic drop moment with some other people that he's teaching, and that everyone's getting together like, this isn't going well for us, and so we need to try to trick him and trap him. And I love the language that's used in here, because they say that the legal experts got together and they wanted to do what? They didn't want to like grow in learning together. They didn't want to have a fruitful conversation or dialogue. They wanted to test him, right? And testing implies that there's a pass or fail grade, right? Like they want to find out if he's on our team or if he's not. They're pushing to find out, like, does Jesus actually align with the right level of thoughts and beliefs in all of these things? And it becomes this like intellectual exercise that's going on. And when I think about theology for us, like I would really challenge us to get on to where Jesus was and what Jesus was challenging, because Jesus challenged people to understand that theology is not something that is simply an intellectual exercise or an intellectual contest, but it is a lived reality. Like our theology should be something that impacts our lives and the lives of around us. It's not something that is strictly intellectual, but it should have like real life implications in the world and the spaces that we occupy. And I say this because they were looking at this book and they're like, we're gonna find the one thing in here, like the one rule. If we knock this out, we've got it. And I don't really think, if I'm speculating, this is speculation, so you can tune out if you don't want to hear Danny's speculations, but I don't suspect that they really wanted an answer, right? Like I don't suspect they wanted Jesus to fail more than they wanted an answer. But then Jesus gives back an answer, like love the Lord your God with all your heart, your mind, your soul, and your strength. And this is the greatest commandment of all of them. And I think Jesus here is setting up a really interesting framework for his people. Right? That it's not as much about going through and checking all the boxes of these laws and rules. There were a lot of them, a lot of rules, a lot of laws, a lot of commandments, a lot of things that could become easily intellectualized. And Jesus is trying, I think, to start the push of gently challenging those listening. You say this isn't as much something that is a thought experiment as much as it should actually challenge the ways that we go about living our lives.